Hello and welcome to Whisky Wins with me, Stuart. Today I've decided to wet my corks just so they don't dry out, as you do find that your corks can dry out if they're standing up all the time. So I'm going to go through my collection, tip them upside down or some of them upside down, let the corks wet out, and I'll go through some of the bottles just in a little bit of detail. Other ones I'll just kind of glimpse over. If you enjoy this video, please do subscribe. If you've got any feedback, please do leave it in the comments. And if you enjoy it, also hit the like button. Let's get down to it. Glenfiddich Winter Storm, 21-year-old. It's a nice bottle, ceramic, lovely box. I paid £200 for this. It's batch number 2. I've not opened mine, but my girlfriend's dad has his open, and it is an extraordinary whisky, but £200 is a lot for a 21-year-old. And I'll compare that to Glenallachie Archive 21-year-old. The reason I'm comparing these two is because they're both 21-year-old. I bought this 5 years ago and I got it for €118, so about £100. Still not found the time to open this. It's got a lot of sentimental value now. It's been sitting there, I've got a connection with it, and I just need to find a proper occasion to open it. But I always seem to be holding it off. I mean, there's other bottles that come along and I just open them first because I want to try them, whereas this for some reason has a little place in my heart, so I've been struggling to open it. But anyway, that was my comparison between these two. £200 and £100. It seems a bit a smack in the face considering they're the same age. However, it might be just because that it's like a newer whisky and obviously prices have went up with inflation and things, but it's still a lovely whisky. Whether it's worth 200 or not, I'm not sure. Lefroy, 27-year-old, the most expensive whisky I have ever bought and the most expensive whisky currently in my collection, or RRP anyway, and I've had a lot out of this. I've sent drams to people, I've shared it out with people. It's non-chill filtered, it's cask strength even though it's 41.7%, due to the aging, it's obviously brought it down quite a lot. I bought this, I don't want to sound like a snob or anything like that. I bought this for £375 and its RRP was £500 and it was on sale for £375 and I can't get it back in its box. Try to do it upside down. So I wanted to treat myself around about Christmas time to something of this calibre and this expense, and I saw this. I was originally going to buy the Ardbeg 23-year-old, the 20-something, but however I'd already tried that and it was £400 I believe, or was it? Yeah, I think it was £400 or maybe, I can't remember what price it was now. But this was cheaper I'm sure, so I went for this, especially because it was on sale. They kind of suckered me in. I don't regret buying it. It's honestly one of the best whiskies I've had. I wouldn't say it's the best whiskey I've had, I'd say it's definitely up there because it's just amazing. It just evaporates in your mouth. But that's what you'd expect from something of this calibre. The box is fantastic, the presentation is just what you'd expect for paying that price. Obviously the box isn't everything. The juice is also amazing. Enoch, 18-year-old. I bought this after trying a Drinks by the Dram from Master of Malt, and also reviewed that as a reviewing too. I really enjoyed the Drinks by the Dram, however I'm not enjoying this as much as I enjoyed the Drinks by the Dram. Sorry, I thought the door went. I'm not sure why I'm not enjoying it as much, but there's just something that's not sitting right with me. Still a good whisky, however I wouldn't purchase it again and I wouldn't really recommend it. It's still nice, but it's a bit expensive as well for the quality anyway. Just realised I forgot something, and that's a whisky. So just before we go any further, Blair Athol, 14-year-old Distiller's Art. Hunter Lang have reviewed this. Hay, custard. Really, real lovely whiskey. As you can see, I am really enjoying this, getting through it. So I'll have a little sip. In fact, I'll let it sit for a while. I'll put a coin over it. Which coin have we got? We have, I don't really buy coins, maybe I should get more and get more off people. New Dram Drinker, Vins, no nonsense, Whiskey Vins. And the coins are cool. I don't think it's something I'll ever dabble with. I'm not sure. I think everybody's doing them and I think they're a bit common. I don't know. Maybe I should do them. I kind of want to come up with something else. They are cool, don't get me wrong. Anyway, Vins. We have Chris, an older style coin at the Last Drop Reviews. And also New Dram Drinker. There we go. I'll put his on. Or theirs on, should I say. Ardbeg, 19-year-old. How do you say it? Trevan, possibly. The Gaelic, Trevan, maybe. 19-year-old, non-chill filtered, possibly no added colouring, but it doesn't say. I don't really think Ardbeg add colouring, but they never state it. It's expensive for a 19-year-old, £160. It's not expensive for an Ardbeg 19-year-old, if that makes sense. But should they get a pass just because they're Ardbeg? I don't know, because I really like Ardbeg. I actually got this for 140 because I had £20 PayPal credit that I didn't realise I had. I don't know where it came from. But I am really excited to try this. It's a lot for a 19-year-old, especially when you get independent bottlings for a lot cheaper. However, it's an official bottling, it is Ardbeg, and I'm happy to pay it. I know some people probably aren't, but initially was saying I'm not going to pay for that, that's too much, but once again I paid it anyway. I think I'll enjoy it, so I'm happy to pay the money. Smokehead, Blood Oak, is it? No, sorry, that's the Auchentoshan. This is Smokehead Sherry Bomb, and I would recommend this as a Christmas present. It's a great Christmas whiskey. A mixture of sherry and peat they tie real well together. Not that expensive. It's 48%, and yeah, I really enjoy this at Christmas time. It's definitely a winter dram. Tomatin, 2006, 12-year-old, finished in French Oak casks. It's non-chill filtered, I believe. Pretty sure it's non-chill filtered. Sure about somewhere non-chill filtered. I may be wrong, actually. I don't think it does say. Anyway, it's 46% ABV. I tried this at the Falkirk Whisky Festival, and it really did kind of blow me away. Was something unique about it, something I hadn't experienced before, and I don't know if it's because I was drinking peat all day and this just kind of warmed me up, or was a little bit of a variation, should I say, from the peat, and it kind of gave me a little kick. It was lovely, and I honestly can't wait to open this, and I can't wait to share it. two drams up on the shelf because they are Daft Mill. And one of them is the 2006 Winter. Francis gifted me this when I visited the distillery, and I've drunk some of it. I shared some of it with my girlfriend's dad, and he didn't really enjoy it, unfortunately. So the rest is for me, and I can't wait to get into that. Second one is Drinks by the Dram by Master and Malt. They had single casks, and their allocation, what they did with it was they auctioned some, they sold some via a ballot, and they also poured some into Drinks by the Dram. So I was lucky enough to get one of these, 57.1%, so it may need a touch of water. Tullabarden, the Murray, a 12-year-old finished in Marsala casks. I don't think it's matured in them, it is just a finish. I tried this at a Tullabarden tasting and I purchased it for £50. It's fabulously presented, it's fabulously presented for a £50 bottle with faux felt in the inside, and the juice is outstanding, it's lovely. I keep saying lovely, I've got an affiliation with that word. Yeah, it's a really nice whiskey, and for the price I think it's worth every penny, especially the packaging and the juice. Definitely would recommend that if you can get a hold of it. Glamour Signet is definitely the heaviest bottle in my collection, and that's why it's up the top right there, or my top right or top left, because that's where the most secure part of the shelf is. It's a good whiskey. Ben Nevis, Ralphie's 10th anniversary, bottled by the Good Spirits Company, 4-year-old and peated. If you had a chance to buy this, well done. If you've still got a chance, I would. I'm not sure if they've sold out or not. However, it's quite unique for Ben Nevis. They don't usually have peated whiskies, so it is rather not exclusive. Well, there are only 155 bottles, 61%. It's good with a touch of water, however I prefer it without, but it is a real good whiskey. The only issue is Ralphie kind of defaced the bottle. No, it's brilliant, and I'm glad he put a little signature on it. It's a good touch, and some of the proceeds went to charity, and it's great of Ralphie. It's just him all over with all his charity bottlings that he's doing recently. I'm not jealous at all, but thanks Ralphie for that. This long row 11 red Pinot Noir cask matured is something I'm really ecstatic to try. Really ecstatic. I'm ecstatic to try it. I can't wait to open it. I've been really getting into, I keep saying really, I've been getting into wine casks recently. I was going to say really again. I've recently been getting into wine casks, and this is something I'm excited for. Hopefully it's similar to the 13 Malbec, because that was something that kind of blew my socks off. I wasn't expecting that. Previously I hadn't liked wine casks, especially kind of Burgundy, those types. For some reason I just wasn't enjoying it. Now I've got a real taste for it, so I seem to be buying more wine finished whiskies and kind of slowly moving away from sherry whiskies. Slowly moving away from sherry whiskies as he shows two very sherried whiskies. I've never had rye finished whiskey before, and I'm not even sure I've had rye whiskey. This is definitely an opener. It's opened my eyes to rye flavours, the taste, and I think I need to try rye whiskey because this is outstanding. It's 8-year-old, I believe it's about 50 odd pound, and I don't think it's chill filtered. No chill filter, no chill filtration, natural colour. Yeah, it's beautiful. Glamour cigar malt, old bottling. I was recommended this by my girlfriend's dad and also her papa, who said it's an outstanding. I don't think I can find any more adjectives to describe whiskey now. It's a great whiskey to have with a cigar, and they said the new bottling isn't comparable with the old bottling, so they said you should get a hold of this and you should have it with a cigar. I've still not opened it, still not had it with a cigar obviously. I'm waiting for a time where I can have it with both of them, and I've got a time in my head, or an occasion in my head. It's just getting round to it. So it's 40% ABV, it's probably chill filtered, it's probably got colouring, and it was only £70 I got it off the auction for, so it's still a good price. So that's pretty much all my whiskey from the shelves. I've got a barrel full of whiskey as well. It's got some good stuff in there and some average stuff such as Jura. And but I think I'll stick with just doing this video for now, and then possibly do one with the barrel. There's not as much in there. I think I've got 43 bottles here. Out of the 43, 22 of them are opened. Sorry. Yeah. No, I've got 43 bottles and 21 are opened. So 22 are unopened and 21 are open, so it's not too bad. It wasn't long ago, maybe a couple months, I had 22 and 22, I had 44 bottles. So, did I count that right? No, let's go for one more time. I've got 45 bottles, 22 are open and 23 are unopened. That's correct this time, 100%. And like I said before, a couple months ago I had 22 open and 22 unopened. So it seems that I'm half and half just, and I think it's a good place to be at, because when you've got too much whiskey open, you end up, well, I find that I end up going for the same kind of whiskies. I've been hitting these quite a lot, and also the Glenallachie 18. So I'm trying to kind of kill off bottles before I start opening more. I like having a variety, but when you've got too much variety, it's sometimes quite daunting. And this is daunting, there's a lot of whiskey here. But before I finish, I wanted to see or show and see if anyone has information on this whiskey. It was gifted to me by my dad. It's by Adelphi, the 275 it's called. 275 bottles celebrating 275 years of Freemasonry masonry in Stirlingshire. You might not have, or maybe no one will have details on this because it seems quite exclusive or regional whiskey, so it'd be good to have a little bit of information on this. I know it was obviously bottled for the 275th anniversary of Freemasonry in Stirlingshire, but that's all I really know. 40% ABV, it'd be good to know what's in it. It says it's blended and it looks like it's probably coloured. So, what was that, 2017 maybe? Yeah, it'd be good to know a little bit about this. The other things I wanted to go and show are, I've not got much space now, but is my Aaron Smuggler series. I bought one of these because I wanted to try it, and once I had purchased the first one, I decided I wanted the set. I paid just under £500 for the 3 of them, and I'm now unsure what to do with them. I feel as if I was to open them, they wouldn't meet my expectations, but at the same time I don't really want to sell them. Selling's not really something that I've done before. I've sold 2 whiskies in the past, and it's because I tried them in a pub and I really didn't enjoy them. So I don't want to sell these without trying them. I might regret it, but I don't think they'll meet my expectations. If anyone's tried them, please let me know, and let me know what you think of them. I might just keep on hold of them, use them as an heirloom or something like that, because I think they'll be quite special to hand down to whomever. They're quite cool bottlings. They're well packaged. The packaging is definitely the selling point here. Done. Once again, thanks for watching. I've been Stuart. This has been Whisky Wins.